Hi there, my name is Ron Gusick. I'm the president here at Liberty Oilfield Services. I want to spend a little bit of time talking to you today about last mile proppant logistics and how that's evolved over the last little bit of time. If you think about the amount of sand we move in our business now, it has grown dramatically over the last little while. We've seen wells in the unconventional world move from of order 4 million pounds a well to maybe something closer to 14 or 15 million pounds a well in the last 6 years. The amount of sand that we move in the lower 48 in the unconventional world now, probably of order tens of millions of tons, maybe approaching 100 million tons on an annual basis. And so you can imagine that's a lot of truckloads. If we just think about a single well, 325 truckloads of sand. And so when you scale that up to a pad where we might have 8 or 10 or 12 wells, you can see that we're going to move thousands and thousands of trucks of sand. Historically, we used to do that with something called a pneumatic trailer. A pneumatic trailer used a stream of air, effectively a big vacuum blower, to move the sand out of a tank and into another tank where we could use it for the pumping of a frac. It took a long time to empty a pneumatic trailer, maybe 45 to 60 minutes to offload one of those. And so what that meant is we had trucks idling that entire time. We had long lines of trucks lined up out on the leased road waiting for their turn to back up to the tank and blow off their sand. And as you can see in the pictures I've included on the slide, a significant amount of dust generated as a result of that. It's also a very, very noisy exercise. You can imagine that if you have 4 or 5 or 6 of these large vacuum blowers all lined up side by side, blowing off sand into a tank, that there's a fair amount of noise that comes along with that. And so a couple of years ago, we went looking for a better way to move sand. We wanted to find a way that was a more environmentally friendly, safer, quieter, dust-free method of getting sand from the transload where we pick it up to the location where we are ultimately going to use it for a frac. Thus, containerized sand. Containerized sand was a big step forward for us. So we started down this road probably 2014, ultimately deploying a solution late that year, and finally in 2016 making a commitment to deploy this across our entire fleet at Liberty. It comes with a significant number of advantages. First and foremost, meaningfully less dust and meaningfully less noise. And the reason for that is we don't have to handle the sand itself on location. We fill a container up at the transload, a truck hauls that container to location, and we offload that container with a forklift to store on the pad. What that means is that we don't have to transfer the sand from one vessel to another vessel multiple times. So we see noise levels go down, we see dust levels go down, we handle the proppant a lot less as a result of that. It leads to improved efficiency and flexibility for us in terms of dealing with all of the sand that we have to handle on a single pad. We don't worry about demurrage issues or trucks lined up on location because we can take the boxes off a truck so quickly. Rather than that 45 to 60 minutes to offload a pneumatic trailer, we're now talking about of order 5 or 10 minutes to take 2 full boxes off and put 2 empty boxes back on so that truck can carry on its way. That's a huge step forward for us in terms of the efficiency of a truck and the ability of that trucker to do what he likes to be doing, which is moving sand back and forth between a transload. Another advantage that came with containerized sand is that we could use any available flatbed trailer. So when we're thinking about the cost of moving sand, the widest access to the widest possible fleet of trucks was certainly something we were looking at. And so the idea that we could use any flatbed trailer that was out there ultimately led us to believe that this was going to be a fantastic solution. It's proved to be a tremendous step forward for us out in the field. The dust is gone, the noise is gone. From an HSE standpoint, we have significantly reduced risk of exposure for our employees out there. We have access to a much broader truck fleet, and it's driven our efficiencies to levels we had not seen before. Liberty's record on location with one of these fleets now north of 9.2 million pounds of sand in 24 hours. I would argue nobody can move sand as quickly, as efficiently, as cleanly, and with as little noise as Liberty is. And that's part of our commitment to just being the best damn frac company out there and the best damn neighbor to those folks who happen to be living in close proximity to a last mile solution. If you're interested in more information, you can go to our website at www.libertyfrac.com. Thanks very much.